America great again, for them.
Hey everybody, come on in, come on in. Thank you all for tuning in to the mix. Whew, wow, this is early Thursday, and your girl is still not feeling her best, but I'm better. I'm slowly getting better. I gotta call my CMOS lady because this ain't it. Ever since I came from out of town, my nose has been in my eyes. It's just like, I don't know if this is a bad sinus infection. It went from a cough to like a real bad runny, like stuffy nose. You know, my sinus area up top. And I'm not liking this. I'm glad the little cough is going away. But I went ahead and broke down and went to Walgreens. These over-the-counter medicines, they are crazy. I gotta call my CMOS lady. I've been out of commission with CMOS for probably a couple months, and that's not a good thing because flu season is approaching. I'm more of a, I don't really too much like to dib and dab with medicine, over-counter stuff. I did cut up some ginger tea. It sort of kind of worked. I don't know what's going on, but, and then plus I need some rest because like I said, my trip out of town was a road trip, so I really didn't get like a lot of rest. My apologies, you guys, for rambling, going on and on, but like this video, share this video. I'm not going to keep you long because the way my nose is nosing, and I'm sucking on a cough drop like a Ricola, so to try to clear my sinuses up top. And I apologize greatly because I want to, I have so many things that I want to talk about that I had wrote down, that I had prepared, but the way my nose was nosing, it wasn't gonna work. Even the Brittany Renner video I did, I wasn't all the way in. I had more to say, but the way my nose is set up, so, and I didn't have that much energy. Now I'm kind of got like more energy. If you all don't know, I have about 4-5 jobs. No, I'm just playing, but I have a lot going on. So, and but yeah, let me go ahead and jump right into the topic. I digress from all of that, but I'm just giving you guys a heads up. I'm still not at my best, not at all, but I'm getting better. I'm not as bad as how it was, but okay, Bandman Kevo. Let's talk about him. Oh my goodness, this is stupid and ridiculous. I'm just gonna come out and say it. As you've seen, that clip I played in the beginning, I don't understand what would possess him to do that. But hey, his body is choice, right? Bandman Kevo's body, Bandman Kevo's choice. Everybody's going to call it that. My body, my choice. People want to wake up one day and say, hey, they identify with this or that. So, and that's their prerogative. So, hey, who am I to judge? Bandman Kevo's choice. For those who do not know, Bandman Kevo is a Chicago rapper. What possessed him to get Trump's mugshot tattooed on him? I have no idea. I'm going to go ahead and share an article I came across, go over some excerpts, and then I'll come back with more of my commentary, reaction, and opinion. Okay. According to Vibe.com, Bandman Kevo tattooed viral Donald Trump mugshot on leg. I wonder if it's really real. I'm inclined to think it is because you guys, you know how this internet is. How people is, but sometimes people do actually do the wildest and craziest things. It may be to us for attention. It may be to them normal. Okay. Rappers have stood by Donald Trump for decades, which is true. Google, you have the Snoops, you have the Nellies. Google, shout out Trump. This is before Trump became a political official. Google is your friend. Google is your friend. For decades, even despite his harmful comments and questionable decisions when he was president of the United States. Now, people was supporting Trump, even some Democrats, a lot of them, because they were at his country clubs. Go ahead, go to Google early 2000s. A lot of pictures will come up if they haven't scrubbed them from the internet, because it seems like my apologies for interjecting in this while I'm reading this article, but it seems like those who have the means financially to scrape things from the internet is scraped. It's scraped. Things are not deleted for real, because as soon as somebody get mad, they'll put it back out there probably, whoever has the power to do that. But go ahead and Google your early 2000s before Trump became any type of political official or candidate. Everybody was his friend. Everybody. A lot of politicians. They were hanging out at his country club, his golf courses. He was known to have the best country clubs and golf courses in the 2000s, early 2000s, late 90s, something like that. So Google is your friend. As I tell my child, Google is your friend. Okay. The article further cites that Bandman Kevo is the latest artist to symbolically pledge his allegiance to the 77-year-old businessman, tattooing his mugshot on his leg. Yep, Trump was a businessman. The mugshot went viral last week after Trump was taken into custody at the Fulton County Jail. His charges stem from the controversial Georgia 2020 election, and including racketeering, solicitation of violation, oath by a public officer, and conspiracy to commit false statements and writings. And I've done some commentary on that a while back. Head on over to my video section. Check out a lot of my political and legal related videos. In my opinion, I think the charges are BS. Yeah, I do. The indictments are BS. And to be honest, we want to keep it real and transparent. In my opinion, I believe that the justice system has been weaponized lately, especially when it comes to Tory Lanez, and especially when it comes to Mr. Bill Cosby. And no, I did not vote for Trump. No, I'm not a MAGA supporter. And no, I did not vote for Joe Biden. But I do believe the Joe Bidens, in my opinion, the DOJ, yeah, they are weaponizing it to continue to control in terms of White House. So you guys pay attention. Think for yourselves. Just pay attention, regardless of how you agree or disagree with somebody. My point is that I want free speech. I want to see who's who. I don't like it when I can't hear who's saying what. I want to know who's saying what, who's doing what, so I can know. When people are silent, you don't know what they're up to. Silence is power. When people are doing things behind the scenes, who play in your face, who pretend, smoke and mirrors, who sell you a dream verbally, but they're hindering you behind the scenes, that is dangerous. To me, that's more dangerous than someone being loud. So just food for thought, and that's just, again, my opinion. While it was a source of humor for most of the internet, evidently the Chicago rapper was motivated by the photo so much that he got tattooed on Tuesday, August 29th. He shared an Instagram video showing the tattoo process while a song with several references to the polarizing former president plays in the background. Bandman Kevo even used his new ink to poll people on whether they support Donald Trump or Joe Biden, flipping the former's catchphrase and writing "Make America Rich Again" or "Sleepy Joe." I didn't know he said all that in the caption. So basically, he ran a poll saying "Make America Rich Again" or "Sleepy Joe." That's a good poll. How did y'all vote? I might put a spin in that. I will be running polls over in my community section. So head on over there. I love running polls to gauge, just different questions on different topics and stuff like that. It's just, pretty much, in my opinion, it's like for fun. And not only for fun, it's just give you an idea of where everyone's thought process is, whether you are a subscriber or not. So, and I'm not big on polls because, as I stated before in previous videos, I think it can be manipulated, but when done correctly, it's just something that you could use as an overview of how the direction of, or how people may possibly be thinking. Okay. As if that's isn't enough, "Make America Great Again" was also part of his new tattoo. Check it out above. Y'all seen it in the beginning. While Trump's arrest was entertaining for many, he was released just 20 minutes after being booked due to posting a $200K bond. Yeah, that was the fastest arrest process ever. I think he made history with that. 20 minutes? Man, that's a record. "This is a very sad day for America," he said following his release. "I thought the election was a rigged election, stolen. This is Trump's words. "I thought the election was rigged, a rigged election, a stolen election. What has taken place here was this travesty of justice. What they're doing is election interference. There's never been anything like it in our country before." Okay, you guys, those are just some excerpts. If you want to read the article in its entirety, head on over to vibe.com. Again, those are just some excerpts, and let me just go ahead and, just give my opinion and commentary on the article and just give Kevin Bandman Kevo's tattoo. Is his prerogative, obviously. He's not the only one. It's I think somebody non-melanated, a white person, they did the same thing too. Some other people. So he's not the first. Bandman Kevo is not the first, and he's not going to be the last. So do I agree with something like that? No. Would I do something like that? Absolutely not. But hey, again, to each his own. His body, his choice. Bandman Kevo's body and choice. Remember, my body, my choice. So people can't get mad. You can't cherry pick and choose what you want to be outraged about. Like Chris Rock called it selective outrage. Come on now. As far as Trump's statements, honestly, I agree. This is a travesty of justice in terms of, I believe, in my opinion, that they are weaponizing it to interfere with, and this is just my opinion, with his ongoing election efforts. Excuse me, guys. Like I said, my nose is nosing still. And, but yeah. So, but what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? I do believe that more people will follow this trend, this mugshot trend. And to me, it's entertaining, to say the least. And people have a right to their opinion. People have a right to vote. And I encourage anyone, and I will say this pretty much on any video I continue to do on topics like this. If you're going to the polls, if you are going to participate in an election, do what's in the best interest of you. And no one is going in there voting for you or with you. No one. No one has to know. You don't owe anyone any explanation. Do what's in the best interest for you and your community directly. If you don't see a benefit in it, and that's why I went wrong voting. And that's why I said I'm bowing out. Like I stated before, last election, presidential election, I skipped the presidential part. I skipped. And they was like, oh, you skipped. I sure did. I know what I skipped. I sure did. I voted in the primaries, though. I did, because I think I voted for Bernie Sanders or whatever. And I'm just sharing that. That was the primaries or whatever. But I didn't like the two top candidates. So I was all over the place on my ballot. And you can be. And also, too, if you don't want to vote, you don't have to vote. That's your prerogative as well. You are, especially those who are taxpayers, and you still have a right because you pay taxes. You still have a right to free speech. You still have a right to voice your concern, your grievances with your elected officials in your area who supposed to represent you, your community, your state. There's levels to it. Who goes out to Washington D.C. to supposed to be advocating on your behalf. So, but yeah, conduct your due diligence and do what's in the best interest of you. If you have to vote purple, brown, blue, red, pink, yellow, do what works for you directly. What's hitting your pockets? What's hitting your pockets? What's hitting your health? What's hitting your children's future? What's hitting that? What do you agree with in terms of, if you may have religious beliefs? If that's what's driving you, and that's what's driving a certain a particular person you want to vote for, then do that. Do that. That's your prerogative. Like I said, no one is going in that voting booth with you. You don't owe anyone any explanation. You don't have to talk to anyone about who you voted for. You don't. It's your prerogative. And you do also have a choice to not vote. Or some states, in some instances, you have a choice to write somebody's name in. At least you did your due diligence, your process. So you don't have to follow the bandwagon. Pun intended, bandman of Kevo, right? You don't have to follow the bandwagon. So, but yeah, like this video, share this video, you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Head on over to my community section. Check out some of my posts. If you're interested in donating to the mix, donation information is in the description section of this post. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.